Why, hello. Eric here. You know, one of the things that we strive for in our campaign is transparency. One of the reasons that people aren't as involved in public life as I think they ought to be is that some of the behaviors that go into politics seem kind of mysterious, kind of scary. So, for example, last week we tried to talk a little bit about campaign finances, and we tried to dispel some of the mystery around those issues and talk a little bit about why we needed money when we were asking for it. Today I'd like to do the same thing with door knocking. Door knocking is important for at least two reasons. The first and the most important reason is that it puts a personal face into a process that is more often than not deliberately impersonal. So, for example, say you get a piece of mail in a couple weeks and it's got a picture of me on it and I'm setting money on fire with my eyes. Your first response might be, oh my gosh, this guy has a superpower and he uses it for evil. What a bad dude. But if someone had knocked your door and you thought, as you got that piece of mail, oh, I remember, Eliza knocked my door a couple weeks ago, talked to me about this guy. She seemed like a pretty cool cat. I doubt that she would go door knocking for someone who would use a superpower for evil. So, door knocking, first off, makes friends. And that's what's the most important dimension of door knocking. The second part, equally, it's also pretty important though, is that just like with money and the contributions that we raise, people also look to see how many doors we knock, to see if we are working very hard. That's the way that you measure how hard someone is working typically as a politician is how many doors have they attempted to knock. So we get a goal every week. Our goal this week, from today to Friday, is 970 doors. That's a lot of doors. And one thing you might realize is that some days are not as good for door knocking as others. I typically go pretty crazy on Saturday and Sunday so I can spend more time with my family during the week. But today, this Saturday, is not behaving especially well when it comes to Operation Door Knock. So instead, we're gonna work really, really hard to knock tomorrow because Sunday, we hear the weather's gonna be a little bit better. If you could, come out, spend some time with us, knock a couple doors, bring a friend, go door to door with a friend so that you have friends as you make friends. We'll get you ready for it. It's a very chill, reasonable process. If you're interested, we'll put a link in the caption section of this video, and you can click on that and sign up. And it would be great to see you tomorrow. I'll have donuts.